Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Pocket Captains Plays Pixel Starships. Here we are with our level 5 ship easy hit. And yeah, it has been an easy hit on my ship. We tried an experiment. I promised I would look into a couple of things. I heard that if you drop your shields, you manage okay. So I dropped the shields and I put in a teleporter instead. Because teleporters are fun. And then I switched my missiles to see whether or not incendiary Scarlet missiles, essentially, they're incendiary, would do a better job than traditional rockets. You know what? I remember when I first played this game a while ago, I actually did very well with incendiary missiles, and I was a big fan. But now, I'm looking at my track record, and, well, you know, I can attack okay if I do a little bit of work. Well, somebody escaped. Defended. Destroyed, defended, defended. Well, maybe not so bad. Destroyed, destroyed. Okay. So, it's not great. I do tend to about 50-50 here. I think actually the incendiaries are doing less well than I did with just plain old rockets. And here's why. The incendiaries, when they strike, they do fire on the rooms. And the bad guys, when they come in to fix the room. And, you know, I'll bet it will just me chatting. Let's put one of these on. See if we can catch something of this. I haven't seen these yet. Let's go ahead. Well, so I'm talking. So they come in and they attack my ship. And I hit them with the fire. And they come in and they run out. But you know, the fire I find just isn't as effective as it used to be at burning down their ships or killing their crews when they go in. So I find that very disappointing. Let's see if we can turn that down a little bit. That's a bit loud. So what we had to do is... there, see, now there you go. There's an incendiary hitting the reactor, and it's not coming down all that quick. Here they come. They run in with their fire extinguishers. And they put out the fire real just like that. Like it's like magic. So I don't remember them doing it quite so effectively before. Oh, look, he's a Doctor Who fan. There's William Hartnell, and there's David Tennant. There it is. It's over, and like just like that. Oh, they all beamed over. Oh, Doctor Who with zombies. Well, that's just mean. So let's try another one. But I did have, I can't remember which one I hit now. I won't do it. So I did have some success, though, a little bit. And I've noticed that the secret to these guys, when you do make it go, is don't hit the same room. So I've actually got one targeting reactors now, and the other one is targeting whatever these guys are targeting. And I think these guys are currently targeting missiles. You know what? We're going to have to find out. The teleporter, on the other hand, tremendous fun. It's a great success. Maybe not in that last game. Here, let's go ahead. Let's do some PvP and find out what happens. So I'll show you what I mean. This time with a little bit of a guiding. Oh, poor. Hey, it's an even match. I'm not out for big gas tonight. Let's just see what happens and learn from the experience. I love doing that. So they're all running to the teleporter. You know, oh, they already got me. I have a bit of a hard time keeping up with teleporters. Oh, look at this guy. He's just slaughtering my crew. He's level 20. Total slaughter. This is ridiculous. Oh, I'm getting killed here. I don't even stand a chance. This is just a massacre. See, I'm trying to keep my reactors up. The zombies are running through. Just slaughtering me left and right. I'm not doing anything to these guys. Oh, look, another William Hartnell. Running around fixing whatever damage. I appear to be targeting their guns. So that was over pretty fast. You know, I need a better defense against teleporters, what I need. And he was using hull crackers, the penetrator missiles. So overall, I have to say the Scarlets have not been the answer to all my problems. I recognize that a shield probably wouldn't have saved me from those last two attacks. Teleporters, you know, they've been the bane of my existence since, well, I started playing this. There's probably a good spot for a teleporter. Let's see. If I remember correctly, they start off in that room. So if I want to get some sort of defense against a teleporter, and since I know they tend to want to beam directly into... I know I've got one of these things. There. Is that upgraded? Oh, baby. I got the minerals for that. Let's do this. Hey, can we do it again? Sure. Hey, that's fun. Want another one? Yeah, why not? Upgrade. Okay, that's it. So I had the minerals anyway, so why not? Although I was saving up for another set of minerals because I was thinking about updating the ship soon, so I was getting ready for that. Yeah, because I've got this room down here, and I wanted to upgrade this room as well to be ready for an upgrade. But they do seem to be beaming over and doing terrible damage. Now, maybe that'll save me from being too badly humiliated as long as they don't beam into my reactor rooms. But I can tell you that incendiary is not the wonder that I remember it being. So my lessons learned for level 5, stick to plain rockets. You'll do more damage to individuals, and then you can concentrate fire. You can't concentrate fire with the Scarlet missiles, because one Scarlet will hit and start a room on fire, and then another Scarlet will hit and set the room on fire while it's still burning, which means that damage over time you're getting isn't as effective because they're literally both hitting almost at the same time. Then the fire will actually go out from the second missile before the first room can fire again and get the fire going back. And not only are they putting out the fires more quickly now, but I've come across a few battles now. Come on, level up, guy. I've come across a few. Here, let's do some these while I'm waiting. Yep, yeah, let's go for it. I've come across some battles where it came very, very close. And it was me and the other guy, and he was doing a very good job defending his ship. And the problem for me is, let's take you and you. They're all, by the way, PvP crews. That's the irony. They beat me with a PvP crew. But, see, we've got critical attack, and poison attack. And you know what? For these points, we can just kill them outright. I don't need anything special or fancy to get these guys out of the way. You kill him. You kill him. That's just insta-death for their crew. The hard part is when they're attacking me, and I'm trying to use these incendiaries, and I got it down to the point where his crew was completely dead, wiped out. There was nobody left, and he killed my crew. Unfortunately, he damaged all my laser cannons before he went down. So I had reactors, I had 2 missile rooms, and I am blazing away with my missiles, thinking, I'm going to win. What do I forget? Incendiary missiles do no damage to hull. So although he had nothing left, no help, his systems were pretty much cooked. He had nothing but a little tiny, I think, the little anti-aircraft gun thing, which doesn't do a lot of damage at all. I couldn't beat him. I couldn't defeat him because ultimately I didn't have anything that could damage hull. I just sat there and watched the battle wound down completely helplessly. Couldn't fix a bloody thing. And this isn't the first time I've been in that ridiculous situation where I couldn't close the deal, as they say. So, now, here's a little PvP thing. You got 2 guys here. The one in the middle or the one on the bottom here always attacks first. If you bring his health down, watch this. On his turn, he'll try to shield up, and then because he's weaker, the second guy will take his place and shield up. He won't do any damage at all, so then you can use that to charge your other 2 guys. Here's a little pro tip for when you're doing these. Now watch this. I got my shield. No, I'm stronger. I got my shield. Well, that was pretty dumb. I'm going to charge him up now. Ability, kill. There's an instant death. Oh, look, here's this guy, but he's already ready for instant death too because he's a critical hit guy. Ability, kill. That's how I slice through these pretty fast. You got to know the pattern of how they defend. Now, what I haven't figured out is sometimes they will actually skip an entire combat round. I don't know why they do that. Still enough hit points to go in for another battle. Yes, let's go for it. Let's show what we got. Definitely still doing the dailies. You should always do these dailies too. I didn't expect to die quite so spectacularly, so there's a little less for me to show you. Now, the problem with that security guard is it takes power. Now, the good news is this: never use your missiles when you're doing your dailies because you just don't need them. See, there I am beaming in. Now, he's good. Systematic guy. He'll go in. He'll dismantle the shields. And I am definitely... There's my berserker. I got a berserker guy. His only job is to go in and just destroy as many things as he can. No. Get out of there. Get out. Oh, shoot. He's dead. I'm attacking the guns. That's okay. He hasn't really got any combat ability left. And this guy will definitely go back. And I'm going to level him up for the future. I wish I caught the other berserker before he got killed. I'm trying to get all my crews leveled up. It's not easy to find the gas, I have to admit, but, you know, it's worth it. And this is a good way for me. Whenever you got a ship that's taking a few hits and you're thinking, oh, crap, I don't want to wait the next round out. Definitely go in and do those PvP. That's when you do these. Yes. I mean, I can beat these guys. I don't have to worry about a full-powered ship. It helps wear down that waiting clock. Oh, good. Another one of these. So you, and you. By the way, even crowbars. Put whatever you can on these guys. No point in hanging on. Oh, this is an easy kill. Attack. Dead. I don't have to do any special abilities. All my guys are over 2 now. I know what their points are. And I know who hits from how much. So that I can be sure that if everybody on this row over here has equal points, who hits the middle one is the biggest hit. Who hits the top one, the second biggest hit. And who has the weakest hit hits the guy on the bottom. And I'll always end up with somebody shielding and nobody shooting at me. Who needs a healer when you know that they're never going to hit you? Of course, having said that, now I'll probably get in one of these and I'll completely blow it. Watch this. Let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Go. Oh, this is just not an example at all. I almost feel bad for the guy with the puppy on his head. And well, I should. It's a mean thing to do to kill a guy with a puppy on his head. No skill at all. So, now, if you're asking me, was it worth it to take the shields off in favor of the transporter? Yeah, it absolutely has been. I'm a little surprised. That's a little bit of a bonus for this whole thing. If I didn't need the second mineral room, which I don't know why they do this. It's the only level I know of where you can't actually level up to level 6 without, I mean, the gas store, it's 159,000. So there might be enough now. Requires 180,000. It's physically not big enough with one room. You need the second room. It's the only time I know of where you have to get a second room and level it up. I mean, this one here is fully leveled up. Can't be done. So that's a bottleneck to this level. It's not a serious one. Getting minerals is not really a problem at level 5. Hey, guess what, everybody? We got a fully... Let's go try to pick a fight with somebody else. Let's see if we can win one for the team. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to switch back to incendiaries. Probably keep the transporter. No. Another thing I did is I picked a fight with an even guy. And I don't want an even guy. I want a lower guy. Never pick a fight with an even or higher guy unless you're really, really sure there's a reason why they're higher than you. You got to work your way up. And part of my problem is my crew is not all maximum level. And if you really want to do well in this game, good ship, good AI, that's important. But not as important, I'm learning, as a really effective crew. Hand-chosen for their skills and their qualities. I thought I had a pretty good one because half of them are like insta-death. You know, poison gas and critical hit. And I thought they could defend. But turns out I was wrong. One of the things I have to look at is the hold fast strategy, where I know they're going to beam over. If I detect a teleporter, I should make them go to a specific room. Oh, there's a good one. We can get after this one. Go to the teleporter. I'm going to try to keep my hand off the mouse and not manage them. Just watch the battle and learn. Come on, zoom in. Hey, zoom in. Okay. Sometimes it does that. Now you'll zoom in. There you go. Now let's watch the battle. So what have we got? He's firing rockets at me. Standard rockets. He's not as strong as I am. He's got 3 reactors. I'm going after his guns. Oh, he killed my poor berserker. He killed them both. The meanie. What have I got left over here? Well, my teleporter's gone, but that's all right. I don't really need it anymore. I got power to the security door, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, you poor schmuckos. Look at you. Running back and forth. You're so lost. All on the same floor, too. That's unfortunate. It's tempting to help them, but what do I learn if I do that? Now, there's the incendiary. Got one. Got one of their crew with incendiary. That's good. That's technically why I picked incendiary, to not only damage these things, but keep the fires going until the bad guys show up to fix it. There's one incendiary on that room. It's doing its job, bringing it down good. I had one. I mean, the rockets have taken some damage here, so that's why they're not as effective now. Clever bugger's going after my rockets. That's smart. He's smart. He's not doing a bad job. I find rockets pound for pound could do more damage because they ignore shields if it's the right kind. He's actually got the right kind. My artillery gun here is still aiming at reactors just to pick off people and to bring them down. And I find it causes them to run back and forth to repair. Makes them less effective. Couple ammo. Technically, I don't think... Let's see, the time is 1:22. He's still got his rockets. How's my ship doing? I still only got one crewman left. See, I would normally drop the rockets right now, ride this thing to completion, but because he is down most of his best weapons. But he's still got 2 fighting reactors, and those freaking missiles are doing me some damage. I'm going to win it. Might as well turn them off, I guess. They're expensive. On the other hand, I'm just going to use them up and switch to missiles. Maybe level 6 it'll prove to be more effective. We'll see. But for the time being, the Scarlet missile just was not that useful at level 5. So that was my test for that. I mean, there are other kinds of missiles I could do. I will definitely use penetrators later on. These ones, unless I can find some way to track their crews, I mean, theoretically, I have had some success firing them at the teleporter for 1 or 2 rounds, but it's very hit and miss. I mean, it's hard for me to program it to say just fire one and hope for the best. You might weaken them before some of them beam over. It's a tricky strategy. It means you always have to keep, you know, when you're preparing your missiles. Zoom in there, big guy. When you're preparing your missiles, there we go. It means you always have to make sure there's at least a couple lying around. But at 200 gas, it's kind of an expensive missile to use if it's hit and miss. When you know your rockets, sorry, the rockets, they're a complete package. They kill crew. Oh, okay, I guess I set that up. Didn't mean to hit this one. They kill crew. They just, I hate how that's wonky. They kill crew. They do system damage, and they do hull damage. Although they say 0 out of 0, I've done experiments with it where I was only firing the rockets, and I have seen the hull come down. That's never been accurate. I don't know why they do that. So rockets, you can't go too far wrong. So I'm going to go back to rockets. I'm going to continue to level up the last 2 pieces of technology. This one's almost done, 9 hours. Then I'm going to level up this one. These ones cost the Starbucks. I might do it. I might go. Eric had a nice article on intimidation where he painted the ship a different color, and then he went to the store and he bought to the defense. He brought these blinking beacons and a flashing beacon ship with wicked mean paint and stickers. Kind of implies you have more money than brains. I'm sorry for those guys out there who actually have the resources and the funds to spend money on the game to buy all these great things. I don't, so I have to save up over time. So I apologize. I guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm out of line. But for people who have the money, how am I going to beat that? I mean, it kind of does drive people away and says, well, if he's got that kind of money to buy on stickers and paint and goodies, well, who knows what he's got inside a ship? Maybe I should just steer clear. So it's a good intimidation factor, and it might mean your ship is attacked a lot less. So, maybe we should do an experiment on that. Stickers and paint, just to see whether or not Eric is right before and after. The best time to do it, I think, is after I go to level 6, because everybody's going to be gunning for me then. I'll draw more attention, more attacks, because I'll be lower. That's an interesting experiment. You know what? I'm considering that experiment for the next run. So between now and then, I'm going to work hard to get to level 6. I'm going to level up my crew so it's a fairer fight. No more of this level 12 stuff. Everybody's going to be up to, I don't know, I'm going to find out what the max says. And when I find out what the max says for this one, it's probably 18. But when I find out what it is, I'm going to publish it on www.pocketcaptains.com. And I'm also going to update my strategy. I'm doing a strategy page where we're going to update what we've learned, what works best at level 4, level 5, level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to try to keep it up to date with changes as they update the game and make it better. We're going to hopefully keep up with it and keep our website up to date so we can tell you what worked for us. Keep in mind, it's a rock, paper, scissors kind of world out there. So whatever I put out there is the biggest, best rock, somebody else is going to come up with a great paper defense. And it's not going to work anymore. So it's always a short-lived thing, but it's fun. And it might help some people who are starting out to get an advantage, because I know when I started out, I did not do very well. So here we are. We're recovering our health. That's good. Won back a little bit of pride. And till then, everybody, thanks for watching. And remember, have a little bit of fun every day. Good night. Get more tips at pocketcaptains.com.